So, like looping back to the fact that there are more entrepreneurs and more startups than ever in the US, the Great Resignation, the quiet quitting, all of that stuff. Like, why are people seeking to be entrepreneurs? It isn't the cash. It definitely isn't the cash. To your roller coaster analogy, like the bank balance meanders unbelievably. And some days you're like, well, okay, and especially during the pandemic. End of 2020, realizing the stress end of 2020 really, really got to me because I was, I had a couple of days at the beginning of each month that were, I allowed myself to be calm, and then the race to find cash for the end of the month became all consuming, and it was terrifying. You're responsible for, tens of families at once, and in some of the cases of my team, like, they were the only income earner, and it's a pandemic. Like, if we die, then they're not being able to get out of work, and it made people do strange things. But
and those months just get shorter and shorter. You'll enjoy May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, but then what feels like it's May 8th is all of a sudden May 29th, and you're like, wait a minute,
that. It is so good. This is the point. It's so good to talk to someone who's like, there isn't. I don't know. You can't describe the feeling when it gets to around the 8th. You're like, Christ, I've got to find some money real quick. And you think, I've got 3 weeks. It's fine. And then suddenly it's the end of the month.
Yep. Like that. Overnight, it is the end.
And it, just like with household budgeting, like it only takes a couple of, unexpected expenses within the business to cause a lot of problems. Let alone, a global pandemic.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.